Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Thinking Project. And before I introduce my fantastic guest that I have today, make sure that you're following me everywhere on social media, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Dalton K. Jensen. You can find me everywhere. I had the amazing opportunity to have my first speaking engagement this week at South Slope Hunting Mastermind Conference, and it was wonderful. Put on by McKendry. She's been a guest on the show. If you're not familiar with South Slope Hunting, they do a lot of sponsored hunts for veterans to get them connected back into life and as a way of therapy for them coming back into life or just trying to find themselves again. It's a beautiful, beautiful conference. It's a beautiful company. So if you ever get a time to go check out their swag, check out their merch, or if you want to help veterans and sponsor hunts for them, you can do that, southslopehuntingco.com, or check the link in my description below. I got to speak about actually the art of connection at her conference on Saturday, and it was amazing. Empathy, the art of connection, something that I do all the time for clients. So if you're ever interested in, unfortunately it wasn't recorded or televised, but it wasn't recorded. But if you want to learn more about connecting, empathy, persuasion, influence, how to find your way and get your way in business and life, that is something that I teach and something that's very valuable in the business world and even in just life, like how do you persuade people, how do you persuade children, things like that. Like that's something that I go over. That's things that I love to go over. So definitely check that out. You can go to empatheticselling.com and or just contact me on any social media. You know where to find me. So with all that being said, I got to interview DJ Joune today. He's been the DJ for the Utah Jazz a few times. He's done a lot of big events, and his company is booming. I mean, it was amazing to hear this man's story, and he's got a great one, so I won't get into that. I'll let him tell that because he can tell it way better than me. But it was great to have him on the podcast, so without further ado, DJ Joune, thank you so much for listening. We're thinking. What's up, DJ Joune? How are you?
I'm good. How are you, bro?
I'm doing really good. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I've been following your content for a really long time. Started on Instagram, and I was following you way back. Actually, when this podcast started, believe it or not, you were one of the guests. I was like, I got to interview this guy because he was. Yeah, he was. I was like, you're really cool.
Thank you.
I saw a lot of the stuff you did with the Utah Jazz. Are you still the DJ for the Utah Jazz?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay, cool. So tell us, like, take us all the way back. Like, how did you get to where you are right now? Like, Vibe Curator. I know you day trader, right?
Yes.
I saw on LinkedIn you work for Adobe, or you used to work for Adobe?
I was in an internship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never had any other job other than DJing music and curating events.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, to take you back, so basically when I grew up, I started playing piano, my family. So I have 3 siblings, 2 brothers, 1 sister. So we all play some sort of instrument. For me, it was the piano, so I started with that. And over time, I realized I didn't really like it, but I still enjoy playing music and I enjoy listening to music. And at that time, there was a lot of the internet was coming, and you could download music online for not.
Oh yeah, well, you can say it. LimeWire, all that stuff.
LimeWire, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So always getting the new music, and the radio was good. You go to school, you listen to the radio. After school, you listen to the radio. So stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So at that age, 14, 15, that's when you start being interested in going to parties. Meeting friends and dancing with people, stuff like that. And I grew up in Haiti. Music and dancing is a big part of our culture. We have so many holidays around music and dancing. So if you go to, I would say any Haitian household, you definitely going to be listening to music as soon as you walk into the door.
Yeah.
So it's big in our culture. So I think that led me into a position where I had to curate music for the small parties we had at home. So we would have small birthday parties, or my mom would just invite neighbors and cook food, and we would just hang out and dance together. So based on that, for some reason, I was always, not always, but I found myself being in charge of playing the music or even downloading new songs. And I started being more curious about, okay, what can make this party a lot better? What new song just came out that I can play that nobody knows about? So I can impress people and be like, hey, I got this new song and I just got it. And people would ask, how did you get it? Where did you get it from? So stuff like that. So over time, one of my neighbors, he introduced me to DJ software. So I was like, how can I mix songs now? It's one thing to play songs and you wait for the whole thing to end to play another one. The second thing, how can I mix to go from one song to another one if I need to? So that's when I got introduced to a software called Virtual DJ. So I would just use my computer, a mouse, and a keyboard, and start playing with that. So before school, after school, all I was doing is trying to figure out how I can get better at this software. So, and being in that mindset and being just so curious about that, I started meeting other DJs, getting to know how it works, how they mix, what kind of equipment they're using, and where do they get their music from, and what is a DJ. So I started realizing, okay, that this is actually something people do and can do, and someone is actually in charge of the music from the start until the end. And what's the process of getting a party started? Um, Understanding when you are in the middle of the party and bringing the crowd until the end of the party. So all those things I started realizing over time, and I was very curious and excited to find out, oh, this is cool. Like I really want to learn and keep growing into that space because I already like music, I already like dancing, I already like figuring out how I can enhance an environment with music. And that was just something else I could latch on and be like, hey, I just want to keep going and keep learning it. So I started doing that. And on the side, I was selling CDs. So I think at the time was like 90 minutes. You could burn into a CD,
Yes,
something
that's
like
right.
that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So it's around like maybe 12 songs, max 18. It all depends on if you're burning rap or hip hop or house music. House music was a little bit heavier, so you could probably burn like 12 songs. And hip hop, rap, hip hop, and reggae stuff like that, reggaeton, you probably go up to 18.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to have a good music in the car and stuff like that. So
So
I
you
saw
just mix the music.
I saw it as, no, I didn't mix. I
Oh,
was
okay.
just burning CDs and selling it because I saw it as an opportunity to make some money and just sell music and also let people know that, hey, I'm the guy who's gonna have the dopest and latest song, so you can rely on me for your car vibe or your home music, stuff like that. Because music wasn't accessible at all like that. It wasn't. It was
Yeah.
basically luxury. You listen to the music on the radio, and that's it.
Yeah.
Unless you buy the whole album, which 14, 15, 16, or even younger age, it's not, unless your parents get it for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
exactly.
it's a financial decision that it wasn't easy for everybody. But anyway, me burning the CD was an option. So people started to reach out to me like, hey, can I get this? Can I get that? And
That's awesome.
yeah, and behind the scene, my thing was just how can I become a DJ? So I started doing that, and one day someone told me, hey, you always have good music. Do you want to come mix at our party? So, and we'll pay you for it.
Oh wow.
So that was it. When they said, hey, can you come? I was like, huh. If
Yeah.
someone
Ben, I'll get that. Thanks, bro. We forgot to close the door.
if someone can think about me like this, it means a lot.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they see something in me. Maybe I don't see it, but there's a potential.
Ooh.
That's it. That's all it is. There's potential. Is because if maybe I'm doing something that a lot of people they know can't do or are not doing. So
Yeah.
that give me an edge. Like, oh yeah, maybe I can definitely do it.
Yeah.
And I was practicing a lot. I was spending hours. I'm still spending hours, but I was spending hours and hours and hours and just being online, talking to people, listening to DJs mixes. YouTube wasn't even big like that, so you couldn't just go, hey, let me listen to someone's set. So
Yeah.
I would wait for radio shows or find a way to go like a school event where I can stand next to a DJ and just actually pay attention to how things work.
Yeah.
So fast forward a little bit, I'm 18, done with high school. Then we had a decision to make. Do I want to stay at home and go to school there, or do we have an opportunity to go anywhere else we want to go study? Um, where I was thankful for this opportunity. So I was like, okay, I want to go study business because I want to create a business, a DJ business. That's all I wanted.
Oh, cool.
I want because my business is to solve a problem. What is the problem? The problem is to enhance a vibe of an environment. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you could have all the elements. You have the decoration, you have, the catering and everything else. But if the music is not there, you're missing. Your event is gonna miss a big thing. Yeah. So
absolutely.
So that was my business. Like, how can I help people have a better experience?
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow. That's awesome. And so you came to that. That's what brought you to America, was just to study the business here, or just
study business? No. So back then I didn't think about it like, oh, I'm going to study a business to have a teacher business.
Okay.
I just thought about, hey, I'm going to get a degree in business school.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
That's it. So, so when I moved to Utah, that was my first time coming to Utah. I've been, all over the East Coast since we were traveling, going to like, Florida, Boston, New York, even Canada. I even went to summer camp in Tennessee when I was younger.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So yeah, so I think that gave me some experience just being outside of my country or even outside of my comfort zone and be able to network with people. I think that's one of the most important thing, the networking aspect, because the skills is one thing, but you got to network in order for people to realize and who you are, and also for you to market yourself to let people know you have a service to offer. So coming here, so I went to school, I went to Weber State, and also I finished at the U. So I studied business administration and marketing as a minor, because I was like, hey, as a DJ, there's two things I got to do. I got to get clients and market myself on the business side of it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So that's what I started doing, and then marketing myself. I would go to different campuses with my name on my t-shirt, just promoting myself. Every event, when they would have Halloween parties up in Logan, I would go. The U would have Crimson Night. I would go down to the U with Crimson Night. Even all the parties at my school I would go to.
Yeah.
Just promoting myself, talking to students. I think for me, school was one of the best opportunity to really network with people.
Yeah.
And it's almost like an internship on talking to people in general, because it's a bunch of students coming from everywhere. They don't know me, I don't know them. So
yeah, so you gotta get your name out there.
I gotta find a way to communicate. That's what it comes down to. Communicate in a way where people can where people like you, but more importantly for me, not like what I have to offer, which is strictly the music side of things.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about if people like me for other things, but I was focusing on, if I'm gonna have a business and keep doing what I'm doing and not just be playing in my room or doing small parties, I have to take myself to a different level and talk to different people, from not just students, but also, who's the dean? I want to figure out what the dean thinks about music. Maybe I can help her with a playlist. You never know. So that's how I saw it.
Awesome. Yeah, you're like, I'll just have to dean out with her playlist.
Yeah, I mean, the dean is curating or helping curating, a school curriculum for a lot of people, stuff like that. Yeah. I can help her too. So that's how that's always how I see things.
Yeah.
If you can help me with something because you have the skill or that's your service you're offering, I think when it comes to music, everybody listens to music.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if your style with the kind of music you listen to, or within, my core competence, I think I can definitely help you.
Yeah.
Like I bank with Chase, for example.
Yeah.
If Chase is doing an event, I can help them. So I'm their client. They're my client.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody needs music.
So that's when my business started growing, when I started changing my mindset.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, how do I transition from school parties to helping the general public?
Yeah. Like the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
I've seen you work with like Alex Boyer.
Yeah.
People. Yeah.
Things like that. So I think when I started changing my mindset, I started attracting different type of clients. So I work with airlines, JetBlue, for example.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, he came to Salt Lake one time, and I was a DJ for that event. Things like that.
I remember.
Yeah.
Because I had another person on the podcast, Chris Newhart.
Yeah.
Who was like a media person there and got to like interview him for a couple minutes as a media guy. It was really cool.
It was really cool. Like something like that just happened. Cool. Like I don't know when this next time is gonna come to Salt Lake. You know what I mean? And that was kind of random too. But just because the way I'm positioning myself online and marketing myself and understanding, hey, letting people know I can help you too. Because how many people do you know that knows a DJ?
Yeah,
like personally.
Right. I'm in this space, so I know a lot of DJs, but people that I know don't know a lot of DJs. They don't.
Most people hiring me is probably their first time.
Yeah, first time hiring a DJ.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So how do you position yourself to let people know, hey, I can help you?
Yeah.
When they don't know you, or you know what I mean?
So, or like DJ's like a brand new thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think like, I love it. It's something that I've always wanted to get into, but anyway, but like, it's really cool. Like people don't realize like DJs, and you mentioned this earlier when you were talking, but like how to like tell the story of a party, like with how to lead the party, like the story of the, and that's the vibe, right? Lead the vibe in the room with music. Like, you can make people want to party. You can make people want to slow dance. You can make people want to get hyped. And then at the end, you cool them all down so that they go home and they're all chill and they're not fighting in the parking lot, you know?
So that's part of the experience.
Yeah.
How do you help people have a memorable experience?
Wow.
That's how I market myself. I can help you. So that's why I'm a DJ, but I am a vibe curator, because that's basically what I intend to do if you hire me.
Yeah.
So the experience is something we have to discuss. What is it? What do you want? How do you want your night to go or your event? What are you looking for? What kind of guests are you inviting?
Wow.
So those questions are super important. So I understand and what kind of music will make more sense.
That's awesome.
For the type of event you're doing, you know what I mean? So in every event is different, and I can't just go in and start playing music unless it's an event where I say, hey, it's DJ Joune open format and I'm playing anything I want.
Yeah.
But if it's a curated event where you're hiring me for something specific,
like a wedding, or like what kind of events do you do?
Wedding, private events, a lot of private events.
Yeah.
You know, like Sundance, they do a lot of private events.
Sundance,
stuff like that. That's what I really enjoy doing, because they're private events. It's theme events. It's specific to certain things.
Yeah.
And then we talk about what's going on. We have a discussion, and I can really help people understand, have a better time when I get there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Holy cow. So then tell me the story, because I love that. A lot of things in there that you said, I'm sure resonate with like everybody, because you know, you're marketing yourself. I really liked, because I'm a sales guy, a sales coach. I really liked when you were talking about how to like help people, like how to bring on a new client, and you were asking those kind of questions, because like that makes all the difference. Then they know like you're a professional. Like,
right.
You know, you're not just like, we'll just go play music and we'll have fun. It's like, no. This is very like, I'm not like this isn't a fun DJ, right? Like I'm very professional. I'm like ready to take your event and give you the most money. You know what I mean? Make you feel like you got the most bang for your buck out of that, right? Like that's really cool. Like not a lot of people would think that a DJ would do that. Like I didn't. You know what I mean? But when you said that, I was like, there it is.
Yeah. It's, a lot of people don't. And I think that's what makes that's why I always tell people, you could be a DJ, but do you have a DJ business?
Sure.
So
yeah, but you're not a professional. You
know what I mean? Like you could mix. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of DJs. They mix, crazy, or they could do crazy stuff with the turntables, whatever they use. But having a DJ business is different, because you need clients to keep your business going. And I don't work at a radio station. I don't work at somewhere specific. With the jazz, I am a contractor, so I work with them on like I'm not an employee there.
Oh, okay.
I bring my stuff. So you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's a
you're
collaboration basically.
like a contractor with them
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
So that's important for a DJ so you can keep your brand. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so you have to build your brand, and your brand is also how people see you from the outside.
Yeah.
And that I think will help you attract the client that you want to attract to.
Yeah. So how did you vibe curator, like that's probably the perfect way to put that, what you do and things like that. How did you come up with that? Like, was it going through the marketing class? Like, I really like what you said about college too. I feel like there's a lot of college bashing going on, but if you use it the right way,
yeah,
right? If you like what you did, like networking, making the most out of an opportunity. So how did you come up with that as your brand, like Vibe Curator, like, professional DJ? Like, how did you come up with that brand and put that all together?
Yeah, I think it's over time I started realizing and having more clarity on exactly what I was doing. When you transition from school to real life stuff, you realize, okay, what it is exactly that I can do, what is my service, and what am I good at. So that's with experience, and I realized, I'm a vibe curator, because people, and also feedback. Hey, yo, that was a good vibe. When people say, "Oh man, you know what I mean? You killed it." What does that mean?
Right.
When people say things like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then,
you dig a little deeper.
Yeah, I dig
like deeper. You killed it. All right. So what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, yo, that was good. Oh my gosh. So it's stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, so I can curate a vibe. That's what I'm saying. And as a DJ, every time you play, it's a unique performance.
Yeah, no one is exactly the same as the other.
I mean, unless you do recorded set, but if you don't, if you're live performing or mixing, it's a live performance.
Yeah.
So every single time. So I don't know if people understand that. Even if I play the 5 same songs every time you see me, but the way I play it, when I play it, how I play it, is always going to be different.
Yeah, depending on the vibe you want to.
Depending on the vibe that's going on. So at the end of the day, what exactly am I doing? I'm curating a vibe. So that's how I was like, oh, that makes sense. You become a vibe curator.
Right.
And also, if when someone hey, what we need to have a good vibe for this party, like they automatically think about, oh, I know vibe curator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm above DJs or below DJs. I'm just in my.
You're doing your thing.
My thing. I'm doing my thing, and also I let client know, hey, am I a good fit for you? Also,
right?
That's so important. Not every room is for me.
Yeah.
So I gotta be.
I think that's probably the hardest lesson for like business people to learn in general is like not every client is your client.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's some people that you shouldn't work with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that. Like we're probably not a good fit. Right. Like for what you want to do and what I do. Yeah. But here's where you can go. I think people have a lot of more respect for you as a business owner.
Of course.
When you do that.
You got to learn how to say no for sure. When you operate a business.
Yeah.
Because you want to give your best product. You want to give your best, but if you're getting into things just to get paid, but it's not for you,
I see what you're saying,
and you still do it, then it's gonna be bad for you, for yourself, period, and it's gonna be bad for your business too, because you're gonna do a bad job. Maybe someone's gonna say, "Hey, this just sucks," and next thing you know, it keeps going, and
right,
and then
So what you're saying there is like, don't chase the money in a sense, don't chase the money in the sense that like, if you only do a gig for money and it's not perfect everywhere else, right? That can lead to problems. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. What I'm saying is don't work for free.
Yeah.
But work with people that you think you can truly help.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So sometimes you might not know how to do something, but you can learn how to do it. But sometimes when you know for sure that this client is not for you and you're not a good fit, you have to let them know. And because you want the best for them and you also want the best for you.
Right.
Because if you can refer this client to someone else that is probably a better fit, they're going to have a better experience. Your friend's going to benefit. And you're going to be a reliable source because you're the one who helped them at the end of the day. They might not hire you for the money, but they're still gonna think about you at some point. Hey,
Yeah.
this guy helped me for someone else. Maybe this event is not for you, but next time I'm thinking about you, I'll let you know. Something like that.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. I mean, just putting in those excuse me, those good vibes and everything, like karma and stuff, because people respect that. Like I've been in situations where it's like, hey, we're not a good fit, probably shouldn't do this. And I didn't get their business, but just like you said, they referred me because they had a good experience. They referred me to someone else and we were able to work together. Who are some of your mentors in this business that you learned from? What was it? People? Was it books? Was it situations that you were in? Who are some of your people that you look up to and you consider like mentors?
When I was starting, one of my mentor or DJ I looked up to was a DJ back home.
Okay.
He was really good. I mean, he's still good, but he's stopped for a little bit. But he was on a different level. He was a beast, and I looked up to him a lot. And he was also helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's what I really liked about him. He was not only was good, but he was also giving his time to help upcoming DJs learn and become, a DJ for themselves.
Yeah.
So I really respected that. Here, I learn from different people, so I don't think I have one specific mentor, but
Cool.
I'm always in a room to learn.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody always has something I can learn from, good or bad.
Yeah.
But for me, every day I'm always figuring out a way to learn something new.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, that's an important mindset to have, right? Just walking into a situation, knowing that if anything happens, you're going to learn from whatever happens.
Asking for me is one of my secret tools, asking questions and asking for help.
Oh, cool.
So those two things, it took me from to places that I just by asking simple questions. Because sometimes I go to a room and I'm like, hey, how are you? What is this? And the person started talking. Next thing you know, hey, let me invite you to something else. And next thing you know, I'm meeting other people.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, they don't even know what I do. And next thing you know, I say, hey, I'm a DJ. Oh, really? We need a DJ for this event.
But it just starts like being curious.
Being curious, exactly. So I think before one of the transition I also made was how to tell my story better. So as a DJ, I was expecting people to hire you. But when I reversed it on how can I help people, it changed the way I see things. Because I would go to, a bar situation with my business card, like, hey, I'm a DJ. Almost like saying you should hire me.
Yeah.
They don't have to. Or they don't even need to. They don't know me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But when I change it to, hey, I'm a DJ. I see a few things here and there. How can I help you make your business become more successful?
Ooh.
Then we are having a different conversation because the next thing he's gonna say is, really? What are your thoughts? Then we can have a conversation. And if I explain or I give them my ideas and they see value in that, because I know there's value in it because I can see it from experience, that might create a connection between us, and maybe I could be the one who's doing it, or I can just help you. So by saying, hey, how can I help you? Now, more people that are already looking for help want to get help. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. And that's the only way to go now, right? Because everybody, and I was just having this conversation before, like, I'm a salesman. There's a million salespeople. This podcast, there's a million podcasts, but like, how do you connect with people so that they know that you can help them and things like that? And I think it's exactly what you said, right? Yeah. You said it perfectly.
It comes down to providing value.
Yeah.
As a DJ, it's not as easy to provide value because I'm not selling a tangible product. How can I provide value? I can create a mix. Hey, this is your workout mix. It's free. Go download it. That's providing value.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Or like, so if you went into a bar, like, hey, I think this playlist would be really cool for you. Yeah.
Hey, have you heard of this? Hey, I think this speaker is you could fix it to the left, to the right. That's providing value because I might see things that don't, because this is the manager. The manager could just be a a manager,
They're
but
doing
they
a
don't know
million
anything
things.
about sound, music, stage, lighting, anything like that.
Yeah.
So I can come in and be like, hey, do a free consultation. Hey, I see a few things here that can improve the experience of your customers.
Right. That's really cool. So for me, I'm always intrigued about the story of like the transition stories when you know, as you went from just handing your business cards out, kind of asking people if they need DJs, transitioning to like, how can I help you, and providing value to people. When did that click for you? Like, was it just one day you got sick and tired of asking, so you just started telling people like, I can help you here, or what
you
was
go
it?
through a lot of ups and downs, and over time, trying errors. You start testing things.
Yeah.
Now I still have a business card, but most of the time when I give my business card, it's because someone asked for it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, that's different, right? Yeah. Somebody asked for it. Yeah.
Someone is asking for it, so they already want to know more about me, and then it's easier than if I say, hey, I can help you certain things. They see the value already. Now, when I say, hey, it's going to cost you certain things, there's not much of a back and forth because this is what it's going to take, cost you, or take for me to help you for certain things. And if we're a good fit, we have a deal. That's it.
That's it.
So when did over time we started realizing that no one in business, what exactly are you doing is helping someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's when it's clicked for me, like doing research and going to different things and traveling, stuff like that, and realizing how people approach things. I realized that when I approach someone and tell them I could help them, they're more receptive and they will listen, and I will have a chance to tell my story. And from that, they could potentially hire me for something.
Yeah.
Because when someone doesn't know you, they don't know your credentials. I don't wear like a DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you say, oh, so where did you go to school? I went to like the U for DJs that people already can associate. Let's say I say to the business school, oh yeah, you have a business degree. That already tell people to know like, oh, he knows about business.
Yeah.
But when I say, hey, I'm a DJ, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
people don't really know and most people that will hire you, they've never heard you before.
Right.
Because that's the first time hiring a DJ. So for me, like, how can I serve the general public? The more I serve them, the word of mouth is going to increase. And that's going to give me more credibility. And in Salt Lake, for example, more credibility.
Yeah.
And referrals is one of the strongest marketing tools ever, because if a friend tells you someone is good, you're most likely gonna listen to this guy,
right? Of
or
course.
follow up instead of just a review on the internet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So those things are super important. You also got to be a good person and be cool, chill, like, and approachable.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to come talk to me because I want to learn from you as much as you might want to learn from me.
Right.
Because my position is to help you do music, but you could probably be a good friend to me or help me with something else, business related or not.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I think when you start like getting into the community, really networking, really understanding like who you're dealing with and who you want to deal with, like opportunities come up that you've never even thought of, but they come up as you like start doing those things. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. So a lot of the major things that happened in my career so far came to me.
Oh yeah. So like the jazz, or like what other kind of big major things came to you?
So like, for example, working with an airline. I never thought I would work on an airline. You know what I mean? Traveling to go to a different state to go DJ.
Oh,
wow.
You know
what I mean? Someone messaged you out of nowhere. Hey, I'm doing an event. Would you be interested in doing this? I'm going to Paris this summer. And it's not like I reach out to those people. They reach out to me and say, hey, we would love to have you this and that. You know what I mean? Even with the jazz, it's timing is also important. You know, I can't control. I can't. It just happens. But putting yourself in a position to attract any opportunities that you think will help you grow and elevate your brand and be a good fit, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I could have been a good fit for the jazz or not. It does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So those things. So over time, when you're in business and you position yourself to attract those opportunities, big things can happen.
Yeah.
And also not limiting myself.
Yeah, not limiting yourself,
Mhm.
which is a great transition to the question that I wanted to ask, which is like, one of the things you like talking about is like mindset
Mhm.
and how to keep on track, right? So how do you keep your mindset in check where you want it to be? Like how do you get through maybe some of the tough times that happen in business, or like you have a really good opportunity that you want that you maybe didn't get? Like how do you keep going through that? You personally keep going through that?
It's the mindset of abundance.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
there's
Cool.
always gonna be an event. Someone's celebrating their birthday today. You know what I mean? I'm
Oh,
not playing
yeah.
tonight, but I could have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
If so, I won't get mad if I'm not doing anything tonight, because tomorrow's gonna be someone's birthday. Someone's happening tomorrow. There's gonna be a grand opening for something. There's gonna be a sport event. There's always, as long as we're alive,
Yeah.
there's always gonna be something happening. So
So you're like, I'm good.
I'm not saying I'm good, but I don't have to have the fear mindset. Oh, I have to worry. I
Oh,
have to
yeah.
work. I have to keep promoting myself. But I'm not afraid of missing opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid of staying stagnant.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. So you just like don't stay stagnant. I like you said that. I'm afraid of being stagnant because
Yeah.
everybody should be afraid of that.
Exactly. So if you're afraid of it, that's when you should. There's a problem. That's the
Yeah.
problem right there.
Yeah.
You're staying stagnant. You're not figuring out ways to work on yourself, and that not just on yourself, on growing. And
Yeah.
so being creative is super important.
Yeah.
Because
That's a good point. Being creative, learning how to like keep going and be, one of the words in sales they use is like scrappy, just like how can we make all of this work? Like how can we get unique and different so to get our name out there? And so you've been DJing now for how long? Like professionally, your business?
professionally, I would say, to be honest, my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my whole life, but since I started DJing, 16, because I was already thinking, having a structure since I started. 16,
Yeah.
16, I had people sign contracts and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And I was getting paid, and I was playing like quite often, like 3-4 times a month.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So what is quite often for a DJ now? Like how often is a good month for you to play?
So it depends.
Okay.
When you're starting, it's about the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as the money, I don't know. I wasn't making that much. $100, $50.
Yeah.
So if you want to make, let's say you can't live off of that.
Yeah.
But
right.
16, 17, 18.
Yeah, that's great.
I can live off of that. I can do a lot, and I had money to do a lot, and to invest in my stuff, which I did, and I always do. I always invest in the best equipment that I can use for my stuff. I want to get the best computer because I want it to be reliable. I don't want to be DJing next to me when my computer's crashes or like stuff like that. Investing in yourself is super important. So now it's not just so much about the numbers only. Obviously, you want to DJ as much as you can.
Yeah.
If this is what you want to do, but also the quality of the client you're attracting,
the quality,
will determine also in your pricing. Like some DJ, they probably DJ just twice a month, but they can make enough money for 2-3 months every gig. And some DJs, they probably play every single Saturday and Sunday, and that's how they do it. So you just got to figure out what's your business.
Yeah, and like who your target is.
Yeah, who
like,
you're targeting, exactly. And then also knowing your value, increasing your price over time. And knowing your worth, because any DJ that's DJ more than 5, 6, 7 years has a lot of experience, because they probably DJed a lot in the beginning and been through a lot, like crashing, losing power, you know what I mean? All those things, and so you have a lot of experience to help people do that.
Yeah.
Because let's say, for example, you go to school for 4 years, right? 5 years, and you do like 1 year internship. Okay, that's 5 years. As a DJ, you're doing the same. Yeah. So why you should think about that like that.
Yeah,
you have that experience, and you're providing something that's also unique.
Right.
Because you're playing with you're trying to people have a good time. That's feelings and emotions.
Yeah. You and I got to tell me, man. I love it. That's why I found you. I was like, I would like turn on, we'd go through Instagram reels in the beginning when I saw you, and I'd be like, I just sit there and watch all your reels, and I would just vibe because I was like, this is good. And I remember one specific time, I can't even remember the song. You put like a new Drake song on that I don't even think was released or something. And I remember hearing that and you mixed it, and I was like, oh jeez. I was like, it was tough, man. It was hard.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So those are like, it's like I said, it's not water. We need water to be alive, but you find water, it's accessible, but that experience is a very unique experience.
Yeah.
And
that you can't replicate
that. Yeah. And I hope a lot of performers, artists realize that, even, art and when it comes to music, performing, art and stuff like that. If you're good at what you're doing, the experience that you're providing is a unique experience. And that you gotta value that as much as it is, and not let just people value it for you. Because in a lot of situations you go to, for example, if you go to a bar, maybe they could say, hey, this is how much you can pay the DJ. So that's them saying, hey, that's a cap. We value all our DJ the same at this price.
Yeah.
But when you come in saying, hey, if you want my help, this is how much it costs, it's a different conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because you know your worth. Like,
I know my worth.
DJ
and if you can't do it, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, you're right. Yeah, no hard feelings.
That's it. And we'll keep it moving. That's it.
I love that, man. That's so awesome. So for you as a DJ, I love stories. Like, I'm a stories guy. Was there one specific event that just crushed it, or was there one event where, I mean, like that it just, like, the people weren't vibing, nothing was clicking or anything like that? Do you have any crazy stories, any crazy experiences?
There's definitely experiences where, you're trying really hard and nothing is clicking. It's like it's like going uphill with a bicycle, and it's like 90-degree incline.
You're like, dang, this is
hard.
Damn,
you try everything, it's not working.
I know. I've been in situations like that when I'm selling to people, and I'm just trying to have a conversation, see where everybody's at, and I'm like, this is hard.
This is hard. I'm
messing up. Yeah. Nobody's clicking. Like, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there.
So when I've had a few experiences like this, but what I learned from that is just go talk to people. Hey, what do you want to listen to?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's it. Because if I'm playing exactly what they want to listen to, then I can change everything.
Oh, good point.
Because as a DJ, you're also assuming.
Yeah.
That's what people are gonna like.
Okay.
But when I go straight to you, I'm like, hey, yo, do you have any songs you want to listen to?
Yeah.
Now I'm playing to you.
Yeah.
And now if you're not happy, then there's nothing I can do.
If you're not happy when your own song
with your own songs, there's nothing I can do.
Okay, yeah, you're like,
but if that works, I'm gonna keep doing it. Hey, if you have a request, come talk to me.
That's cool. What's one of the biggest events you've ever DJed? Like, you were the main DJ and you were the vibe curator. Like, what was one of the biggest events you've ever done?
I think it was. There's two. One was in Canada, and
cool.
also one was in Boston. It was a pool party on July 4th.
Cool, man.
That was a really good one. It was packed, and I didn't know anyone, which I like. It was a different crowd, different place, so I really had to work and understanding the vibe. So that was good. Even in Canada too, when I went there, it was a new club. I just showed up, just walked in, and connected my computer and started playing. So that was cool.
So one in Canada, you had all your DJ equipment, or was it just your computer?
My computer, they provided everything. So
okay, cool. Okay, so you just was like, all right, let's roll.
Yeah, I showed up, so I flew in, and I think straight from the airport, I went to the club, and I started playing like 25 minutes after I got out, went inside. So it was cool, like, and the crowd was already there, and they were expecting me to come.
Yeah. So that's a cool feeling.
Yeah, that was a definitely a unique experience. I've done a lot of those things at home, but now for me, exactly transitioning and adapting, my biggest thing is what I could put together myself. So
cool.
My next event, which I'm working on, It's gonna be on May 21st.
Okay.
That for me is not only how can I help people have a better experience, but how can I put the music experience on a different level.
Wow.
So not just playing music, but how can I mix the music with? Last time we did it, I had a sax player.
Oh, nice.
So
Saxophone's underrated instrument.
exactly. So imagine
Underrated.
you're vibing and out of nowhere you hear the sax and I'm mixing together.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Playing with a drummer.
Oh yeah.
That's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
it's
is
not,
cool.
You don't go where can you go right now and man, hey, I'm gonna go listen to this DJ. He has a drummer next to him all night long. No. Those unique experience.
Yeah.
I think this is what gonna elevate the experience that I can bring myself.
Yeah.
Not someone else hiring me for their event, but me actually curating the whole experience.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level,
That's a
right?
whole
Like,
nother level because
you're like, so instead of going and providing, playing at other places, I'm gonna bring people to me, and I'm gonna start being the DJ that people come see on purpose.
On purpose.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, dude, that's cool. So May 21st is your next event?
Yeah.
Are you promoting it right now?
Promoting, yeah.
Okay.
Today I just put it on a flyer. 77 days until we blow the lines.
Wow. So where is the event? Where is the event, man?
It's gonna be at Spy Hop. It's gonna be at the rooftop Spy Hop. Art, music, and vibes. So those are the three things that we're gonna blur together.
Wow.
Art, music, and vibes.
That's awesome, man. Holy cow. So how many people? Where's the Sky Hop?
Spy Hop.
Spy Hop.
It's downtown on 900 South.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have a rooftop. It's pretty brand new. I think they opened probably COVID, like 2020.
Oh wow.
So
where is it by? Because I feel like Spy Hop. Now that you say that, I feel like I've seen it with a rooftop. Like apartments underneath, or
no. They have a community like music and film school there for kids, and above they have the rooftop is an event venue.
Wow.
So it's indoor outdoor. It's pretty sick.
And so you got that book. You're ready to.
I got that book. Now I'm just working with different artists. Making sure I have all the pieces I need to help me blur the line. Like I said, making the changing or transforming the whole venue into feel like an artistic museum, and having music that you could dance to.
Yeah.
And a space that people can network.
Whoa. Cool. So you're just bringing it all together.
Yeah.
Where did that idea come from? From your idea to like level up as a DJ, but so what gave you that specific idea?
I've always wanted to do my own events, and being in Salt Lake, I think it's not just my experience. Like a place where it's easy to connect with people.
Yeah.
Or the networking aspect is usually on a business level, but it's
very when I've gone to networking events, it's very tough.
Hey, what do you do? What's your business card? All right.
Yeah, everybody passes around. Everybody's got an agenda. Everybody's like there as a means to an end for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go to business networking events, it's like what can everybody else do for me? What can I do for everybody? But what can there's a bunch of transactions happening. So you're saying like Spy Hop is going to be a place where we're going to lose all of that. We're going to vibe and have fun and meet and if we want to talk, we can talk.
If you want to do other things. So when I thought about it, it's like, what are the different things that could bring people together?
Yeah.
Or help people connect with each other?
Yeah.
It's food.
Absolutely.
Music.
Yep. Without a doubt.
Community.
Without a doubt.
So that's why I'm like, hey, what if we blur the lines and can have a space where we bring some of those aspects together? And because people are already in the same room, because those people will be attracted to this idea.
Yeah.
And it will be a more organic way to meet people.
Of course. Wow. That's really fun. So all ages event, 18 and
21
older?
and up.
21 and up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's March 21st.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. May 21st.
May 21st. My bad. All right. That's really cool. Holy crap. Well, all right. That sounds. How long does it go? Like, when does it start? How long does it go? Tell us everything about that.
Yeah. So it will start 7:30 until 11:30. So I want to, because we also have the rooftops. I want to make sure we catch the vibe of the sun coming down
Oh man.
You see what I'm
Yeah, you're like, you have this whole vision.
no
in it, like,
vision, and we'll have networking, not networking, social games also going on. So not only people are just there to see what's going on, they're also involved in what's going on.
yeah.
So that's why I'm working with different artists. They're going to be exposing their art. We'll have immersive art. I'm working with Fatfish Media
Cool.
on certain things, so they can put they're great with lighting and production and everything else.
Oh
So,
yeah. Fat they do the lights and everything.
They do event production. They do the whole thing, lighting,
wow.
sound. They travel. They do a lot of things.
They just make it happen.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
Also one of my goals is how can I partner with different people to help bring that together?
Yeah.
Because me alone can't. I have to be able to have the right people around me, and also have a diverse group of people around me also.
Yeah.
Because and from my experience, when I go somewhere else, the more diverse the place is, the better the vibe is.
Absolutely. That's not 100%. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I grew up so I'm Polynesian. I grew up in a Hawaiian household, and it's very similar. Lots of music, lots of food, family around. But of course, it's best when you have, because I've also been to parties when you have you have a bunch of Polynesians, you got a bunch of other people, and it's just, everybody just gets along. And when you have like music and food, like nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Everybody's just chilling and having a good time, meeting around. Yeah,
exactly.
That's so awesome.
So
that's so awesome. So that's in May. Can people buy tickets right now?
No, the tickets are gonna be like 50 days.
Okay.
Until we start.
Okay, so so you can buy 50 days before. Start buying them 50 days before. Cool.
So we have pre-sale, general admissions, and VIP. So now it's just me and our team working together behind the scene, trying to get all the pieces together. And then, sponsorship and making sure not everything, but most things that we think will help that experience come to life.
Yeah.
We, nailed it.
That's awesome. Holy cow. So that's your next big project.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're doing
most of my time right now.
Okay. Just making sure that's popping.
Yeah.
That's going to be sweet. The way you're telling, I'm like, that's going to be dope, man.
Yeah. It's also telling a story. Salt Lake City is growing. Utah is growing in general, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are coming from out of states, which they're used to so many different things. But Utah itself, we have annual things happening, annual events, stuff like that. But on a regular weekend, I'm not really interested in going anywhere, because there's not much thing that really attract me personally, to be honest.
I agree with you. I'm the exact same way.
Yeah. So if this could be one thing to help Salt Lake City become a more interesting place, I think I would be more than honored to be part of that, because I got a lot from being here. The city gave me a lot opportunities. So I think, if I can do something that could help a little bit, I think that would be cool. And if other people is doing it, I think it's good. Collaborating is one way to succeed.
Oh yeah, collaborating is like a great way. I mean, I think that would to succeed would be, for me, is like when the tide rises, the boats rise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all rise when the tide.
Rise. Yeah.
And that's great. To your point though, Salt Lake City is just so underrated. Like I've battled a few times with this podcast of like, do we keep it like local? Do we bring other people in? And of course I've brought other people in from outside of the state and outside of the country and things like that, because I like interesting conversations. But one of the battles is like, all right, do we really double down on like Salt Lake City, because it's so underrated. Like, well, one of the things that I learned starting the podcast, there's the hip hop community in Salt Lake is unbelievable. Like it's kind of crazy. Like some of these guys and girls haven't like popped off because they're incredible. And then as I start to step into other places like that, like I have some friends in the MMA community. I have some friends in the DJing community and like the art community, and I have a lot of these random connections from this podcast. But I just start to see that like we have some amazing people here.
Yeah,
that it just takes one time for this all to pop off, and now we're like Austin, Texas, or something. You know what I mean?
Austin, Texas. Yeah, Texas. They're doing a great job.
Yeah,
really good job. They have in the art, music, and everything. And food is crazy there too.
Yeah. So Austin, Texas.
Yeah. So Austin, Dallas, and all those places. Why can't Salt Lake? Salt Lake is stepping up. Like I said, in the business level, we're killing it.
Absolutely.
Stuff like that. But it's life. Life is not just about business.
making money and
Nah.
yeah. We gotta have fun.
What's
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna go
outside
I'm gonna
of
go.
the outdoor things
That's
in Salt Lake? What really attracts someone to come to Salt Lake?
Nothing outside of those two things.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, but you're right though. And we should, and so I like what you're doing there. Like there should be more things that attract us.
Yeah, exactly.
To Salt Lake.
Like
we should be on top of food. We should be on top of music and because we have amazing people in the food industry. Like there's amazing restaurants, there's amazing people in the community doing amazing things with art and with production and video and photography. Like we have amazing people that we just haven't clicked. And I think it's your part. Like we haven't collaborated enough. Like, to come together.
I think we got to stir the pot a little bit and stop being, like I've said, I feel like sometimes too low key. Like everything is just too mellow sometimes. It's like, okay, we got this going on. Every year we do one event. We're cool. But let's push the culture forward a little bit. You know what I mean? A lot of people that lives in Utah, they probably travel for, a mission or something. Yeah. Then they've seen different.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not even from Utah. Yeah. So like coming here was
exactly.
Coming here was a lot different.
Different.
And I've been to so one of my favorite cities is I love San Antonio. I love Portland. Mm-hmm. I really love and I like Denver is really fun. Yeah. I wouldn't want to compare. Like I wouldn't want to compare us to like LA or something like that.
No, yeah.
But like Denver, Austin, San Antonio, Portland, some of these like bigger small cities, like Portland's popping.
Yeah,
Portland's great.
It is popping. It is popping.
I love Portland. We would go to like when I did like 2 years of college there, and it was a lot of fun going to clubs, running around on the town. It was great, and and because like one of Portland, keep Portland weird. Mm-hmm. Like that's how it's great. People love it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Salt Lake is, right?
We could still have our own identity, which I think Salt Lake does. Utah, but
we just haven't let it show.
Yeah, let it show yet. And can we improve on what we already have? It's the Olympics will bring people here. All Stars will bring people here. Yeah, but like what else? What else? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, what do you do when you get here?
And we have a lot to offer because if you can mix outdoors with social, restaurants, art, and all those things, then it's cool. Like I traveled to Chicago. I'm like, damn, there's so much going on here.
Oh yeah,
like
love Chicago.
During the day, I have so much things to do.
You wear yourself out during the day.
During the day, it's like but.
Wait till the night.
Wait till the night.
Chicago pops at night.
It's popping, and the vibe is there. You can feel it. The city is.
Oh, I love Chicago.
That's one other thing I thought I was weird. Like even in the streets, I barely see people walking here. It's just the in and outs or the connection. I feel like it's just very.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
you could be driving through Salt Lake on Wednesday or like even a Friday night. Nobody's walking on the streets.
Yeah, like okay, nobody's walking. Like, what's going on? Like
bar crawling or
nothing.
It's so true though. It's so true. But I remember like so I grew up. That's where I grew up, the Midwest. So we were really close to St. Louis, really close to Chicago, really close to like a few of these big cities. And I love Chicago. And you could go on Miracle Mile or whatever that road is.
Yeah.
And even outside of that, but that road, like everybody's always there. There's always deep dish pizza. There's people on the side of the roads. There's music on the side of the road, on the sidewalks, and people are just loving it. I'm just running through.
Music, exactly.
Yeah, it's great.
So I don't know.
So turning Salt Lake.
To get to your point, what inspired me? So all those things did.
Wow.
Sounds like I think I really want to bring different experiences here, and maybe a unique vibe, and see what happens. But I'm gonna work hard for every event, so I'll make sure I put my best. That's it.
That's cool, man. Well, hey, thank you so much, DJ Joune.
Yeah,
I appreciate you being here, homie.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, tell everybody where they can find you. Tell everybody where they can keep updated on the what's the event called on May 20th?
It's art, music, and vibe. So it's my company doing it. It's called Afro Paradigm.
Okay.
So it's gonna be on that.
Okay.
And they can follow me on Instagram.
Cool.
At DJ Joune, Joune, DJ Joune. And you'll see all the links to Afro Paradigm. They can also follow from there.
Okay, and that's right. And when the time comes, you'll let everybody know how to buy tickets there. Huh?
Yeah, how to buy tickets and how to be involved if they want to.
Cool.
And keep moving forward. But I think it's gonna be a great event, and I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm more than excited to. I'm always looking for someone to reach out, and so we can have a conversation and see how we can implement and elevate the experience. But yeah, Instagram is a good spot, and also TikTok. I'm trying to.
Oh, you're trying to get on TikTok. Hey, DJ, TikTok DJ.
TikTok is dope. It's where it's at. As far as putting things on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to grow that. But Instagram is more where you could definitely follow the store. TikTok is all over the place, but Instagram is like where you can really get to know me a little bit more.
Yeah, I love it, man. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate
thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Cool.